And folks, welcome to the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is the scene for today's Game 3 of the 64 between the underdog 1991 Minnesota Twins and the 1939 New York Yankees. The Pinstripers, the heavy favorite, the #1 seed in their bracket. The Minnesota Twins of 91, of course, the 16 seed, and they were able to split the first two games on the road in the Bronx, which means the series is now tied as we take you to Game 3 of this best of 7 first-round series. First pitch coming, and now it's a 1-2 count. Pop up on the infield, and the shortstop, Gagne, makes the catch. That's how this game will start. Brad Rolfe, the batter, cues one right back up the middle. That's your first base hit of the ball game. So Red Rolfe with a base hit as Greg Gagne could not get to it. And it's your first hit of the ball game. Rolfe over on first, 7 steals on the year in 1939. He pretty well rated as far as base running goes. And here he is, Joltin Joe DiMaggio at the plate, 381 hitter in the 1939 season, 30 home runs, 126 runs driven in. And remember, 1939, just his 4th season as a big leaguer. Started in 1936, where he burst upon the scene with a .323 batting average and has not skipped a beat. Rolfe on first, Joe DiMaggio at the plate. And he jolts one to right. This one's going to go off the hefty bag in right. This will be extra bases. DiMaggio to second. They're going to wave the runner in. The throw home. There will be no throw as Rolfe comes in to score. DiMaggio, an RBI double, and it's 1-0 Pinstripers. 0-2 pitch. Erickson's pitch is swung on and belted deep out to left. And my goodness, what a start for the Yankees here on the road. A 2-run home run. Joe Gordon has a Pinstripers on top, 3-0 in Minneapolis. And here comes Kirby Puckett, one of the more beloved players in Minneapolis in the 1990s. When you talk about the Twins in this era, it starts with Kirby Puckett. Of course, other iconic figures during those years, but Kirby Puckett, the true straw that stirred the drink in 1991. .319 average, 15 home runs, 89 RBI, and a constant competitor for the batting crown. In fact, winning the AL batting crown in 1989 with a .339 average that year. First pitch here to Kirby. Puckett lifts a high fly ball deep to center field. This one is out of here. Kirby Puckett, a solo shot, and the Twins are on the board. He launched that one nearly 500 feet. Kirby Puckett, official measurement now, according to StatCast, 486 feet. He might have just blown a hole through the roof of the Metrodome. So a solo home run for Kirby, and suddenly things not looking so dire for the Twins in Game 3. Well, Tom Kelly is going to the bench, and Chili Davis will come in. So Chili is going to pinch hit here. His first season in Minnesota, a great one, where he hit 29 home runs and drove in 93. But it looks like they want the bat of Davis, a switch hitter by trade, at the plate. Up against Red Ruffy. 2 on, 1 out. Chili with a 2-1 count. Davis grounds this to second. And that'll, it gets away from the first baseman. So a run comes in. The throw was off the mark by Joe Gordon. Gehrig was on first, trying to step on the bag. One more look here. Boy, oh boy, the throw pulled Gehrig off the bag. So a costly error. They don't even get the out. The run was going to score regardless. Gordon is going to pick up the error. He'll be charged with the error here. So Puckett is retired for the first time tonight. That brings in Herbie. Ken Herbeck. Here's a pitch from Ruffing. Herbeck lines it to right center one, and this one will go to the wall. Extra bases, here we go. Herbeck to second. They're going to send the runner home. DiMaggio's throw will be cut off. And Herbeck is in at third. It's an RBI double, and it's a one-run ball game. So Herbeck lines that into right center field. Not the most fleet of foot, but it got kind of hung up in that hefty bag out there. Run comes in to make it 4-3. The Minnesota Twins, the number 16 seed in their bracket, are now within a run, and they have the game-time run on third. Ken Herbeck on third for Brian Harper. Harper on the pitch from Ruffing. Fly ball left field. Diving catch is made. Runner tagging, heading home. Herbeck will score, and we are tied at 4. So nice defensive play by Keller, but still, when all is said and done, it will do the job. And that is score the runner who had to dart back to third, tagging up. Herbeck will score, and we've got a tie ball game. Go-ahead run still stands on second base. 2-0 pitch. Gets away from the catcher. Harper couldn't get to it. It was a splitter in the dirt. Imagine that's going to be a wild pitch. Charge to Aguilera. Pros are now 90 feet away from home plate for Charlie Keller. Keller, a dangerous hitter. 8 hits in 13 at-bats in the tourney. 334 average on the season in 1939. A season that wound up being a 4th consecutive championship for the 1939 New York Yankees. Can they make it out of round 1 here tonight against the Twins? They will not get a run here. A line drive out to Scott Leyes. They leave a runner on third. We're still tied at 4. So now the go-ahead run stands on third, 90 feet away from home, and who else but Lou Gehrig strides up to the plate. 1939 Lou Gehrig in what would be his final season as a Major League Baseball player. Can he be the luckiest man on the face of the earth here tonight? First pitch to Lou. Gehrig pops this one up. And it looks like luck has run out for the Pinstripers here in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th with the Twins looking to walk it off in Game 3. Scott Leyes steps in with 2 on. Here in the bottom of the 10th. Pitch on the way, ground ball up the middle, smothered by the shortstop, and it gets away from Gehrig. The throw was off the mark. It loads the bases. Now, we did mention Jarvis Brown being a potential option here, and that is exactly what Tom Kelly has done. He's put all his eggs in the basket at third. Jarvis Brown, the speedster, is on third as a pinch runner. And a fly ball could win this thing. Infield will be in. Al Newman is at the plate. Game on the line. Bottom of the 10th. Johnny Murphy. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right side. Throw to home. They'll get the force. And they get the double play. They not only got the force at home, but then the throw back to first. They turn 2, and we go to 11. Game tied at 4 in the 11th. Guthrie from the stretch. 3-1 pitch. Gehrig takes it low for ball 4. And the bases are loaded. They're full of Pinstripers. Tommy Henrich steps in. Base is loaded. 2 out. Trying to break up this deadlock that's lasted since the third inning when Minnesota scored 2 to tie it at 4. It's been that way ever since. Infield is playing back at normal depth. First pitch, swinging, ground ball, shortstop, throw to second. They get the force, but just barely. We go to the bottom of the 11th at the Metrodome. Extra inning baseball, we're in the 13th. Charlie Keller, your leadoff man for the number 1 seed. 1939 New York Yankees trying to avoid an upset. Base hit right field, and the leadoff man is aboard. So Keller on first. He does have wheels. 6 steals in 9 attempts in 1939. Ed Rolfe works the count full. 3-2. Rolfe with a ground ball up the middle for a base hit, and they will send the runner to third. There will be no throw, and the Yankees have the go-ahead run on third with nobody out. Keller on third. Rolfe on first. Joe DiMaggio, a chance to be the hero. 1-2 pitch to Joltin Joe DiMaggio. Ground ball right side. Through the right side, a C-nice single, and the Yankees have taken the lead in the 13th. How did that go through? A C-nice single if I've ever seen one. One more look, the slow roller on the right side. How did Knobloch not get to that one? RBI single for DiMaggio brings Keller in from third, and the Yankees are on top 5-4. So Junior Ortiz will bat. He'll pinch hit in the 13th, and he will line it to the shortstop. Runner will slide back, and he's caught. He's doubled up, and that's how the game will end. The number 1 seed, New York Yankees, win a thriller in Minneapolis. Your final from the Metrodome in Game 3, New York 5, Minnesota 4.